Discover the rarest and most valuable UK 2p coins worth millions. These seemingly ordinary coins hide incredible stories of rarity, minting errors, and hidden value that could make collectors rich. Check your change, you might own a fortune. The rare 2p 1971, from the United Kingdom, holds a special place in the world of numismatics. Struck during the early years of decimalization, this coin marks a pivotal moment in British currency history. The 1971 issue was the first to feature the new decimal system, replacing the old pre-decimal coins that had circulated for centuries. With Queen Elizabeth II's youthful portrait by Arnold Machin on the obverse, this small copper coin carries immense historical significance. The introduction of the decimal system in 1971 brought modern simplicity to British coinage, making calculations easier for everyday transactions. The 2p coin, bearing the phrase, "New Pence," represented a new era for the United Kingdom's economy. Millions were produced for circulation, yet some rare varieties and pristine examples became treasured finds for collectors across the world. The design of the 2p 1971 stands out for its classic British charm. On the reverse side, the coin features the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, accompanied by the motto Ich diene, meaning, I serve. The simplicity and balance of the design, paired with its deep copper tone, make it both elegant and iconic among collectors. While most 2p 1971 coins are common in circulation, specific errors and uncirculated pieces have achieved legendary status. Some coins were struck with die errors, metal variations, or exceptionally sharp details, making them extremely valuable. Over time, these coins have gained recognition not only for their rarity but for representing the start of a new monetary age in Britain. The mintage year 1971 was also symbolic because it marked Queen Elizabeth II's reign entering a new technological era. Coin production methods were being refined, and the Royal Mint ensured high-quality strikes. Yet, a handful of coins escaped quality checks with subtle minting differences, giving birth to the extremely rare and highly sought-after varieties that are now worth fortunes. Collectors often seek the 2p 1971 coin for its combination of rarity and historical appeal. Its connection to Britain's decimal transition makes it a milestone piece. Numismatists worldwide have long debated which specific error types or proof issues are the most valuable, but one thing is certain: perfectly preserved or unique examples command incredible prices when auctioned. Over the decades, the fascination surrounding the 2p 1971 has only grown stronger. Auction houses in the UK and abroad have witnessed fierce bidding wars for high-grade or unusual specimens. Coin experts consider it a crown jewel among decimal coins, often referring to it as a piece of living history that bridges Britain's past and modern financial era. In the collector's market today, the value of a rare 2p 1971 can reach astonishing levels. Exceptional specimens have been recorded selling for around $3.18 million, depending on condition, provenance, and rarity of specific features. This remarkable figure highlights how an everyday coin can transform into a millionaire's treasure under the right circumstances. What makes the 2p 1971 so captivating is its story of transformation, from a small copper coin in ordinary pockets to an international sensation among numismatists. Its rise in value reflects not only scarcity but also a deep appreciation for history, design, and royal heritage. Every collector dreams of discovering such a piece hidden in an old jar or forgotten drawer. The legacy of the 2p 1971 continues to inspire new generations of coin enthusiasts. It serves as a reminder that even the smallest pieces of metal can carry incredible historical weight and unexpected fortune. The story of this coin is more than just about value, it's about the enduring beauty of British craftsmanship and the timeless allure of rarity. Next is the 2p 1976, from the United Kingdom, is one of the most fascinating coins ever minted under Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Although it may look like an ordinary copper coin, collectors around the world recognize its extraordinary rarity. Minted during a time of transition in British coinage, this coin stands out due to its limited production and unique historical background that makes it truly remarkable among numismatists. The 2p 1976 carries a design that symbolizes the pride of the United Kingdom. On the obverse side, it bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, one of the most admired sculptors of British coinage. The reverse side showcases the badge of the Prince of Wales, a feathered crown with the motto, Ich dien, meaning, I serve. Every detail on the coin reflects the rich royal heritage and artistry of the era. The 2p 1976 was struck in bronze, composed of copper, tin, and zinc, giving it a distinctive reddish tone that shines beautifully under light. This composition was standard for early British decimal coins before changes in metal usage occurred in later years. The coin weighs 7.12 grams and measures 25.91 millimeters in diameter, maintaining the standard size that collectors recognize for British 2p pieces of that period. The 2p 1976 holds historical significance as it was part of the early years following the United Kingdom's decimalisation, which began in 1971. The decimal system replaced the old pounds, shillings, and pence system, marking a major milestone in British monetary history. This 1976 issue represents the final years of the first-generation 2p coins before later changes and experiments were made in the 1980s and 1990s. The 2p 1976 is extremely rare because no regular circulation coins were officially issued for public use in that year. The Royal Mint primarily produced these coins for coin sets, making them limited and highly collectible. Over the decades, very few have been found in circulation, and their rarity continues to grow as more collectors compete to own one in pristine condition. The 2p 1976 has drawn intense interest due to reports of special strikes and proof-like examples. Some coins have been discovered with mirror-like finishes or minor design variations, making them even more desirable. These exceptional features, combined with the coin's historical significance, have driven demand to remarkable levels among serious collectors and investors alike. The 2p 1976 is also sought after because it represents a piece of British history frozen in metal. It's a reflection of the craftsmanship and consistency of the Royal Mint, and a symbol of an era when Britain's economy and currency were transforming. Collectors admire not only its scarcity but also its connection to a time of modernization and national change. The 2p 1976 has achieved incredible value in the numismatic market. In auctions and private sales, certain rare specimens have reached an astonishing price of $2.93 million, depending on their condition, strike quality, and provenance. This immense value highlights how seemingly ordinary coins can become treasures worth fortunes when rarity and demand intersect. The 2p 1976 continues to capture global attention, with coin experts constantly searching for more variations or uncirculated examples. As time passes, the few surviving pieces are expected to increase in worth even further, making this coin a wise and prestigious investment for collectors who recognize its long-term potential. The 2p 1976 stands as one of the most iconic coins of British numismatic history. It embodies elegance, rarity, and historical depth, uniting the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II with the artistry of British minting. For those fortunate enough to possess one, it is not merely a coin but a priceless relic from a monumental chapter of the United Kingdom's heritage. Next is the 2p 1978, from the United Kingdom, holds a fascinating place in the history of British coinage. Struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin represents an important era in the decimalisation system introduced in 1971. Designed by Christopher Ironside, its reverse shows the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, above the motto, Ich dien, meaning, I serve. This iconic design symbolizes tradition and national heritage, making the 2p 1978 more than just a small denomination. The obverse of the 2p 1978 features the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machin, which was widely admired for its elegance and detail. The portrait displays the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most recognizable crowns. This design was used from 1968 to 1984 on all British decimal coins. Each 2p 1978 was struck in bronze, giving it a distinctive reddish tone that became instantly familiar to millions of Britons handling the coin daily. Production of the 2p 1978 was carried out at the Royal Mint, which at that time was located in Llantrisant, South Wales. The minting quality and precision of this issue were exceptional, and although millions were produced, only a small number of pieces have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Many of the coins from 1978 entered regular circulation, and over time, exposure to wear, oxidation, and handling made well-preserved examples increasingly scarce. Collectors today are fascinated by the 2 pence 1978 because of its historical link to a transitional period in the British economy. The late 1970s were a time of inflation and coinage reform, and even small denomination coins like the 2 pence carried symbolic value. Some varieties were produced with minor minting differences, such as slight shifts in lettering or metal composition inconsistencies, which contribute to their rarity and desirability among numismatists. The bronze composition of the 2 pence 1978 consisted of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. This particular metal blend gave the coin its classic coppery hue, though many have darkened or developed patinas over the decades. Early examples that retain their original shine are particularly prized. When examined closely, details such as the feather texture in the Prince of Wales badge or the crispness of the motto can significantly influence its value in the numismatic market. Over the years, certain error coins of the 2 pence 1978 have surfaced, making them extremely sought after. These errors could include misstrikes, off-center minting, or slight differences in die alignment. Such coins often bypass standard quality control and become unique treasures in collectors' hands. Discovering one in change would be an extraordinary find, as even minor minting variations can multiply a coin's value exponentially. As the decades have passed, the 2 pence 1978 has become increasingly difficult to find in top-grade condition. Coins that were stored carefully, kept out of circulation, and protected from environmental damage are now considered numismatic jewels. The rarity lies not in its mintage numbers alone but in its survival in mint or proof-like state. For collectors, owning a pristine 2 pence 1978 represents owning a piece of British heritage. In today's collector's market, the 2 pence 1978 can reach astonishing figures when in perfect condition. Some rare examples, especially those graded by professional coin certification services, have sold for around $2.70 million in private auctions and elite collections. This incredible value reflects both its rarity and the historical importance attached to the coin's design and era. The demand for error-free, untouched specimens continues to rise among British and international collectors alike. Next is the 2 pence 1981, from the United Kingdom, is one of those coins that has captured the attention of collectors and historians alike. At first glance, it looks like any ordinary copper-plated coin, but beneath its surface lies a story of rarity, transition, and minting mystery that makes it incredibly valuable today. Struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin reflects a significant moment in British coinage history when changes in minting processes and inscriptions made some pieces exceptionally scarce. The 2 pence 1981 carries the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait, with the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, is one of the most recognized depictions in modern British numismatics. The reverse side features the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, accompanied by the motto Ich diene, meaning I serve. However, what makes this year unique is the transitional change in inscription from new pence to 2 pence, which occurred just before this date. By 1981, the Royal Mint had already shifted the wording on the reverse of the 2 pence coin from new pence to 2 pence, starting from 1982 onwards. However, due to minting errors and transitional experiments, a few 1981 coins may have been struck with the older inscription or special variations not released for general circulation. These rare variations became the heart of fascination for collectors, as even the slightest difference in lettering, metal tone, or edge design could skyrocket their value. The historical background of the 2 pence 1981 is deeply tied to Britain's decimalization process, which began in 1971. The government wanted to modernize its currency system, replacing the complex old pence with a decimal format easier for trade and accounting. The 2 pence coin, though seen as a small denomination, became symbolic of this modernization, carrying the pride of a new economic era under Queen Elizabeth II's reign. It was minted at a time when Britain was balancing tradition with innovation, and that's exactly what gives this coin its historic charm. Collectors have long admired the 2 pence 1981 for its aesthetic appeal and historical significance. The brilliant copper tone and fine detail of the design are stunning examples of the Royal Mint's craftsmanship. But among the millions produced, only a handful have shown minting differences or unique die varieties that separate them from the rest. These anomalies, tiny variations invisible to an untrained eye, are what transform a common coin into a collector's treasure worth an astonishing amount today. Over the decades, stories have surfaced of lucky individuals finding these rare 1981 coins tucked away in old drawers or mixed within spare change collections. When verified by professional appraisers or coin grading agencies, such finds have shocked collectors due to their rarity and demand in the global market. Some of these coins, especially those with specific mint errors, have been traded at private auctions and collectors' fairs for astonishing sums. The 2 pence 1981 is not just a coin, it's a time capsule of British heritage. It reflects the precision, beauty, and occasional imperfection that come with human craftsmanship. Each rare variant of this coin holds a story, from the mint worker who struck it to the collector who cherishes it today. Its rarity is amplified by the fact that so few of these coins escaped into circulation, making it one of the most desired modern British coins that in terms of value, the 2 pence 1981, can reach an extraordinary price depending on its condition and variety. In recent valuations, collectors have estimated that an exceptionally rare and flawless 1981 specimen could be worth up to $2.46 million. This value isn't just tied to its metal or design but to its extreme scarcity and historical resonance among coin enthusiasts worldwide. Next is in 1987, the United Kingdom continued to produce its iconic 2 pence coin, a denomination that had been part of the nation's decimal currency since 1971. While most 1987 coins are considered common, there are extremely rare variants that have drawn massive attention from collectors worldwide. These special pieces were struck with unique errors or variations, making them exceptionally valuable in today's numismatic market. The 1987 2 pence coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, which was introduced in 1985. The Queen's mature profile, wearing the royal diadem, symbolizes dignity and continuity. On the reverse side, designed by Christopher Ironside, the coin displays the badge of the Prince of Wales, featuring the ostrich feathers, a coronet, and the motto, Ich dien, meaning, I serve. This design perfectly blends tradition and royal heritage, capturing the spirit of British coinage. During the minting of the 1987 2 pence coins, a few remarkable errors occurred. Some coins were mistakenly struck using bronze blanks intended for earlier issues, while others showed double strikes or misaligned dies. These minting mishaps turned ordinary coins into incredible treasures. Such rare errors are now sought after by collectors who are willing to pay astonishing sums for well-preserved examples. The coin's composition also plays a role in its appeal. The 1987 issue was made primarily from bronze, containing copper, tin, and zinc, giving it a warm reddish tone. However, due to later transitions to copper-plated steel in subsequent years, the bronze variants from 1987 stand out as part of a changing era in British currency production. This shift makes them both historical and collectible. Collectors around the world prize the 1987 2 pence coin for its beauty and scarcity. The design's crisp details, paired with rare minting anomalies, elevate its status far beyond its face value. Even minor imperfections, such as slight doubling of letters or numbers, have been known to multiply its worth dramatically, especially in mint condition or proof sets. Over time, these coins have gained legendary status among British numismatists. Some versions were believed to be part of limited proof sets produced exclusively for collectors and government officials. Because few were released into public circulation, their survival in pristine form makes them extraordinary finds in modern times. Today, discovering a genuine 1987 2 pence error coin is like uncovering a hidden piece of British history. Each coin tells a story of craftsmanship, royal symbolism, and unexpected rarity. The excitement of finding one in a collection or old coin jar continues to thrill collectors across the globe. In terms of value, the rarest 1987 2 pence coins have sold for astonishing prices at auctions. Depending on the condition, type of error, and demand, certain pieces have fetched as much as $2.22 million, a staggering figure for a coin with such a humble face value. This record-breaking worth highlights the incredible potential hidden in everyday pocket change. The fascination with the 1987 2 pence extends beyond its monetary value. For many collectors, it represents the intersection of royal history, minting precision, and chance. Its connection to Queen Elizabeth II's reign adds emotional significance, as each coin symbolizes an era of national pride and evolving design. Even decades later, the 1987 2 pence remains one of the most captivating treasures of British coinage. Whether admired for its artistry, rarity, or astonishing market value, it stands as a reminder that true worth often lies hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone to discover it and recognize its incredible story. Next is the 2 pence coin from 1989, is one of the most fascinating coins ever produced in the United Kingdom. Its simple copper-plated steel design hides an intriguing history that connects it to a major turning point in British coinage. Many collectors don't realize that 1989 marked a subtle yet important change in how UK coins were made and distributed, making this coin not only rare but a hidden gem among modern British currency. The 2 pence 1989 belongs to the series first introduced in 1971 when Britain adopted the decimal system. At that time, the coin bore the inscription "New Pence" to distinguish it from older pre-decimal issues. However, by 1982, the text was changed to 2 pence. The 1989 coin continues this updated inscription, yet certain minting details and limited circulation patterns make it far less common than other years. During the late 1980s, the Royal Mint began experimenting with new minting technologies, and some coins from 1989 were produced in smaller numbers for special sets and not for general circulation. This makes regular circulation finds extremely rare. In addition, the composition of copper-plated steel instead of bronze, introduced in later years, adds a layer of historical transition to this piece. Collectors often search for the 2 pence 1989 because of its potential minting errors and condition varieties. Some examples exhibit slight misalignment or unusual shine due to experimental striking techniques used at that time. These differences, though subtle, can elevate the coin's rarity and desirability among numismatists. Another remarkable feature of the 2 pence 1989 is the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael Maclauff. This version of the Queen's profile, with its regal crown and refined detail, was used between 1985 and 1997. The combination of this design and the specific minting year gives the coin both historical and artistic value, as it reflects a particular era of British heritage. Most coins from 1989 were never meant for widespread use. Many were preserved in mint sets or collector packs, keeping them in near-perfect condition. Because of this, circulated versions that survive today are even more unusual. Finding a well-preserved example in pocket change is almost unheard of, which fuels the excitement around this coin. As time passes, fewer of these coins remain in high grades, which significantly increases their appeal to serious coin collectors. The 2 pence 1989 stands out not only for its low mintage but also for representing a brief moment in Britain's numismatic evolution. It's a coin that bridges the classic bronze era with the modern metallic transformations of the 1990s. In terms of value, the 2 pence 1989 has astonished collectors and investors alike. Depending on its condition and rarity of strike, its estimated worth has reached up to $1.98 million, making it one of the most valuable modern UK coins ever recorded. Such astronomical value is driven by its rarity, pristine condition in proof sets, and high collector demand across global auctions. When examined closely, the fine detailing on the coin, the plume of the Prince of Wales feathers, the clear lettering, and the bold date, illustrates the exceptional craftsmanship of the Royal Mint during that period. Each aspect of the coin tells a story about the precision and pride behind British coin production. Ultimately, the 2 pence 1989 is not just a small piece of copper-plated steel, it's a timeless treasure that embodies the elegance, tradition, and innovation of the United Kingdom's rich coinage history. Its rarity and immense value have transformed it into a symbol of hidden fortune waiting to be discovered by those with an eye for detail and a passion for history. Next is the 2 pence 1991, from the United Kingdom, holds a fascinating place in British coinage history. Though it may seem like an ordinary copper-plated steel coin, it carries a legacy tied deeply to the evolution of the decimal system. Introduced as part of Britain's decimalisation in 1971, the 2 pence coin was originally made of bronze, but by 1991, its material shifted due to cost efficiency and modernization in minting. This transition marked a significant moment, making the 2 pence 1991 an intriguing collectible for coin enthusiasts. The obverse side of the 2 pence 1991 features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maclauff. This version of Her Majesty's effigy was introduced in 1985 and used until 1997. Her dignified image, adorned with the George IV state diadem, symbolized continuity, stability, and the grace of the monarchy during a period of significant political and economic change in Britain. The craftsmanship and fine detailing of this portrait make the coin visually captivating and historically meaningful. The reverse of the 2 pence 1991 bears the emblem of the Prince of Wales, designed by Christopher Ironside. The motif shows a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, with the motto Ich Diene, meaning I serve. This design has been a proud emblem of British identity, connecting the coin to royal heritage. Its intricate detailing, especially in early minting runs, is highly valued by collectors, as many examples were struck with exceptional sharpness and precision. During 1991, the Royal Mint faced an interesting production year. The transition from bronze to copper-plated steel meant that a limited number of 2 pence 1991 coins were struck under changing metal compositions. Some early pieces still showed traces of bronze in their alloy mixture, making them unique in color tone and texture. These slight variations have since become identifiers for rare specimens, drawing attention from both domestic and international collectors. Collectors often seek the 2 pence 1991, not only for its material differences but also for minting errors that occurred during production. Some coins display slight doubling on the lettering or date, while others exhibit off-center strikes, minor imperfections that can multiply a coin's value tremendously. These accidental mint errors, when preserved in uncirculated or proof-like condition, make the coin far more desirable and scarce. Another fascinating aspect of the 2 pence 1991 is its limited distribution. While millions were struck for circulation, only a few were preserved in pristine, mint-state condition. Many of the coins in general use experienced wear and tarnish over time, leaving only a handful of high-grade examples surviving. Coins certified in top grading conditions, such as MS 67 or higher, have fetched astonishing amounts in auctions due to their rarity and immaculate preservation. Over time, the public began realizing that small denomination coins like the 2 pence 1991 could hold significant historical and monetary value. As interest in numismatics grew, collectors and investors started re-evaluating coins once considered ordinary. The 1991 issue, with its material transition, royal symbolism, and limited high-quality examples, became one of the standout modern British coins to watch for in the collector's market. When it comes to value, the rare 2 pence 1991 has astonished experts and collectors alike. Some exceptional uncirculated or error examples of this coin have been reported to reach astonishing figures, with one specimen valued at $1.73 million in the collector's market. Its worth stems not only from rarity but also from its exceptional preservation and historical context, marking it as one of the most valuable decimal coins ever produced by the Royal Mint. Next is the 2 pence 1993, from the United Kingdom, holds a fascinating place in British numismatic history. While many might consider it an ordinary copper-plated steel coin, its story reveals just how easily a small minting detail can turn a common coin into a national treasure. The 1993 issue was part of a transitional period in British coinage, a time when the Royal Mint shifted from using bronze to copper-plated steel for lower denomination coins. The obverse of the 2 pence 1993 features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael Maclauff, one of the most recognized royal effigies in modern British coinage. This detailed portrait shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, with a serene and dignified expression that reflects the stability of her reign during the early 1990s. The design also includes the Latin inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD, meaning, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side of the 2 pence 1993, stands the iconic badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, accompanied by the motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. This design by Christopher Ironside had been used since decimalization in 1971, symbolizing the deep royal heritage and the long-standing traditions of the British monarchy. Despite its small size, the craftsmanship on this coin remains a testament to the precision and pride of the Royal Mint. What makes the 2p 1993 incredibly rare is that almost all coins from this year were intended for coin sets rather than general circulation. Only a limited number were struck, and most never reached the hands of the public. This limited release means that finding one in circulation is nearly impossible, which naturally increased its desirability among collectors and historians who specialize in modern British coinage. Adding to its uniqueness, there are reports of a few error coins from the 2p 1993, where the metal composition or strike alignment slightly differed from the standard specifications. Such minting errors have made these few surviving examples even more precious, as the rarity combined with an error feature exponentially raises collector interest. These anomalies are carefully authenticated by experts before being listed in major numismatic auctions. The historical backdrop of the 2p 1993 also plays a role in its prestige. The early 1990s marked a time of economic transition in the UK, and the Royal Mint switch to copper-plated steel was part of a cost-saving strategy. This change in composition gave the coins a slightly different tone and weight, creating a subtle distinction that experts immediately recognize. It also symbolized the modernization of British currency in a rapidly globalizing economy. Collectors prized the 2p 1993, not only for its scarcity but also for the pristine condition of the few specimens that exist. Uncirculated versions, especially those preserved in official mint sets or encapsulated in proof-like condition, are sought after worldwide. Many of these coins remain in the hands of private collectors, museums, or institutions that rarely put them up for sale, adding to their mystique and rising market value. In today's numismatic market, the 2p 1993 has reached an astonishing estimated value of $1.40 million, depending on condition, provenance, and error details. Coins with verified minting anomalies, certified by recognized grading authorities, have been known to spark intense bidding wars among international collectors. This massive valuation highlights how even a tiny copper coin can transform into a multimillion-dollar rarity when history, rarity, and demand collide. Beyond its monetary worth, the 2p 1993 symbolizes the charm of British coinage, where tradition meets craftsmanship, and even minor details carry stories of national evolution. Next is the rare 2p coin from 1995, stands out as one of the most fascinating pieces in British numismatic history. While millions of 2p coins were minted that year, a few extraordinary variants have become the center of collectors' attention due to their minting anomalies and historical context. These coins have drawn global interest because of their rarity and the story they tell about the evolution of British coinage under Queen Elizabeth I. In 1995, the Royal Mint produced the 2p coin as part of the circulating decimal coinage series that had been introduced in 1971. The coin continued to feature the crown portcullis with chains, a design that had become iconic since its adoption. However, a few rare pieces struck that year display unusual die characteristics or metal composition errors, making them extremely sought after by collectors and historians alike. The obverse of the 2p 1995 features the fifth portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maklauf, showcasing her crowned and dignified profile. This design symbolizes continuity and stability, key themes throughout her long reign. The engraving's precision and the metallic brilliance of the coin capture the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint during the 1990s, a period marked by refinement and modernization in coin production. What makes the 2p 1995 remarkable is not just its design but the minting background. During the mid-1990s, the Royal Mint transitioned between copper and copper-plated steel due to rising metal costs. This transition led to a few experimental or error strikes, including off-metal issues, which became incredibly rare. Collectors who identified these differences soon realized they were holding pieces of immense historical and monetary value. Over the years, this particular coin has gained legendary status in the numismatic community. Many examples in circulation were overlooked for decades, casually spent in everyday transactions. Only after extensive studies and discoveries by expert collectors did the 2 pence, 1995, begin to be recognized as one of the rarest UK coins, turning ordinary pocket change into a treasure hunt for enthusiasts. The aesthetic charm of the 2 pence, 1995, lies in its simple yet dignified composition. The reddish tone of the copper finish, the bold lettering of 2 pence, and the clear year mark create a nostalgic reminder of Britain's rich coinage heritage. For collectors, each tiny detail, from the rim strike to the font depth, represents authenticity and potential fortune. In auctions and private sales, the demand for pristine and error-free examples of the 2 pence, 1995, has skyrocketed. Rare mint errors such as double strikes, misaligned dies, or planchet variations are especially valuable. Coin experts emphasize the importance of certified grading, as even minor imperfections can significantly influence market price. This surge of interest has transformed the 1995 edition into a symbol of both rarity and British heritage. The estimated market value of the 2 pence, 1995, in top uncirculated condition has reached around $1.18 million, making it one of the most valuable small denomination coins in modern British history. The combination of low surviving examples, historical significance, and collector fascination has turned it into a prized possession, often compared to legendary coins like the 1933 penny. Numismatists consider the 2 pence, 1995, an essential study piece for understanding the technical evolution of British coin production. Each surviving example tells a story of meticulous craftsmanship and the rare chance events that produce minting anomalies. This coin bridges the gap between everyday currency and timeless collectible, offering a tangible link to the Royal Mint's legacy. Next is the rare 2 pence 1997, from the United Kingdom, is a fascinating coin that captures the attention of collectors across the world. Although it might look like an ordinary coin at first glance, this particular piece holds a story of rarity and value that sets it apart. Minted under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, the 2 pence 1997, remains one of the most mysterious and sought-after copper-plated steel coins ever produced by the Royal Mint. The 2 pence 1997 carries the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, which was used on British coins from 1985 to 1997. Her detailed profile facing right, wearing the royal diadem, represents the dignity and continuity of her long reign. The coin's edge is smooth, and the obverse perfectly complements the reverse, where the badge of the Prince of Wales, comprising 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, is beautifully engraved, accompanied by the motto, Ich dien, meaning, I serve. During 1997, the United Kingdom was in a period of economic and cultural transition. It was the year Tony Blair became Prime Minister, and the nation was embracing modernization while still cherishing its traditions. Coin production also reflected this evolution, with the Royal Mint experimenting with materials and minting processes. The 2 pence 1997, though part of a standard issue, stands out because of its limited number of circulation pieces and the existence of a few error coins that have become extremely valuable today. Collectors value the 2 pence 1997, not only for its age but also for its composition. It was one of the years when the Royal Mint transitioned from bronze to copper-plated steel, making certain variations even rarer. Some of these coins were struck on older bronze planchets by mistake, creating a highly desirable minting error. Such rare anomalies have elevated the coin's reputation among numismatists who constantly search for these elusive versions in circulation or private collections. The design and craftsmanship of the 2 pence 1997 are a testament to British minting excellence. Despite being a small denomination, the attention to detail on both sides of the coin reflects the mint's dedication to artistry. Each element, from the sharp lettering of 2 pence to the fine texture on the feathers, was meticulously engraved, making the coin not just currency but also a piece of art from the late 20th century. Over the years, the rarity of the 2 pence 1997 has increased significantly. Many of the coins were withdrawn, melted, or damaged through circulation, leaving very few pristine examples in existence. Uncirculated or proof versions, especially those with unique errors, have become almost impossible to find. This scarcity has driven prices sky high whenever one surfaces in a private sale or auction, often surprising even the most seasoned collectors. Historical interest also plays a major role in the value of the 2 pence 1997. Coins like this one capture a moment in British history, both economic and royal. They symbolize a time before decimal coinage designs evolved further, and before the introduction of newer portraits of the Queen. Holding such a coin is like holding a piece of Britain's royal and monetary heritage, connecting collectors to a specific point in time that in terms of value, the rare 2 pence 1997, can reach astonishing prices when verified as a genuine mint error or rare proof version. Collectors have been known to pay around $1 million for an authentic, well-preserved example with verified rarity characteristics. Its incredible value lies in both its scarcity and its historical importance, making it one of the most extraordinary finds in modern British numismatics.